guys, it's Scott here from Horse Racing Daily. In today's video, we're going to go over what type of horses typically do well going to the Preakness. The Preakness is kind of its own unique handicapping in relation to the Kentucky Derby because some of the horses you think might do good in the Preakness don't always do good, and some of the horses that you don't think will do good tend to step up and do good. So we're going to go through. We're going to start with 2013 because that was the year that the point system started taking place for Derby prep races. So I think that'll be the most relevant to what we're starting to notice now. And as you'll see going into, 2013, Oxbow won the Preakness for Dwayne Lucas. And he last raced on the Kentucky Derby. It was around the 4th of May that year. And you'll notice all four top place finishers all had, all raced on Kentucky Derby. So you kind of get that notion that horses that come back after 2 weeks rest are, a little up against it. It's the fresher horses that tend to do better. Everyone will just look through the year to see how that holds place. And in 2014, you had, California Chrome won the Kentucky Derby. He won the Preakness. And you had Right on Curlin, who also raced the Kentucky Derby. And then you had third place finisher, Social Inclusion, who last race at Aqueduct in April. But then the fourth place finisher also raced in the Kentucky Derby. So three of your top four finishers raced in the Kentucky Derby that year. And for 2015, you had, American Pharoah won the Triple Crown that year. Televerb last raced at Keeneland. He was trained by Dallas Stewart, who, is notorious for getting some long shots up there, and especially in Triple Crown races. Then you had Devani Rod, who also, raced on the same race at Keeneland. Or I'm sorry, it was a different day, but also raced at Keeneland in April. Then you had Dortmund that also ran the Kentucky Derby that got fourth. And so that's two of the four that have raced in the Kentucky Derby. Then you go to 2016, you had Exaggerator win, who also raced in the Kentucky Derby. Cherry Wine raced at Keeneland on April, so he was not part of the Kentucky Derby. Nyquist won the Kentucky Derby, but didn't do so good in the Preakness. But that was the year it was also a muddy track for the Preakness, and Exaggerator was a really good mud horse. So that kind of really set up for him. And then Stradivari raced at Keeneland in April and got fourth in the Preakness. I believe he was a Todd Pletcher horse. Yeah, see the 11 Todd Pletcher. And then in 2017, you had Cloud Computing win the Preakness over a Classic Empire. Kind of did all the dirty work in that race. And Senior Investment finished third, and he raced at Keeneland. And then Looking at Lee also ran the Kentucky Derby. He got second that year, but he ended up getting fourth in the Preakness. So that's two out of the four. And you can look at 2018, three of the four horses, raced in the Kentucky Derby on May 5th. You go to 2019, your top two horses had a quick turnaround. Everfast ran in the Pat Day Mile on the undercard of the Kentucky Derby. But as you can see, horses that tend to make that quick turnaround for the Preakness tend to do really good. Preakness ran in October of 2020. But even Jesus' team raced on the same day as the Kentucky Derby at Saratoga, had a quick turnaround from there at 40-1. Stepped up and got third in the Preakness. So I think you really have to respect those horses that are trying to make a quick turnaround. Usually, if they do, I think their trainer sees something in them and is willing to take that chance to go on. And so when you're handicapping your horses for the Preakness, you should probably take a closer look at, Epicenter, Simplification, horses like that. I don't know if Xander's going to run or not. They still haven't said. I'd be a little surprised just because Chad Brown already has early voting running in the race. And I think they might want to save Zandon for the Belmont potentially. So we'll see. But when you're handicapping the Preakness, and also you have Secret Oath, who also ran on the Kentucky Oaks. And that's also a quick turnaround, to the Preakness. So you should have a lot of respect for that too. So I will not leave Secret Oath out of the handicapping. But as you can see, that it looks like over half your finishing the superfecta of all racing the Kentucky Derby. So the notion that coming back after 2 weeks, the horse isn't fit to win, that's not true. Like look, Oxbow won racing the Kentucky Derby. California Chrome won racing the Kentucky Derby. American Pharoah won racing the Kentucky Derby. Exaggerator won racing the Kentucky Derby. Uh, Classic Empire got second racing the Kentucky Derby. That's their Coffee pulled off the upset. She got an 18. Justify won racing the Kentucky Derby. War Rule won a 19 racing the Kentucky Derby. And 2020, Swiss Skydiver ran in the Oaks, was only a day before, but still the same quick turnaround. And then 2021 was different. Rombauer had the break between, but the rest of the top four was horses all racing the Derby. So I think when you're handicapping the race, you should have a lot of respect for horses that have raced in the Kentucky Derby. And thank y'all for watching. There'll be more videos.